To relate. Dead for 7 years and Scrooge never painted his name off the door. There he is. Oh, and he was a tight-fisted hand of grindstone. Scrooge, as hard and sharp as flint, from which no steel ever struck a generous fire. The clocks have struck 3 on this Christmas Eve day, yet it was already dark in Scrooge's cold counting house, where his clerk Cratchit tried in vain to warm his chilled hands.
Merry Christmas, Uncle! Bah, humbug! Christmas? A humbug? Uncle, surely you don't mean that. What right do you have to be merry? You're poor enough. What reason do you have to be cross? You're rich enough. Bah! Uncle, don't be cross. What else can I be? What's Christmas to you but paying bills with no money? A time for finding yourself. A year older, but not a dime richer. If I could work my will, every fool who goes around shouting, Merry Christmas, would be boiled in their own Christmas pudding and buried with the stake of holly through their heart. Uncle, nephew, you keep Christmas in your way and I will keep it in mine. But you don't keep it. There are many things that I have profited from that haven't put a coin in my pocket, so I say that it's done me good. Hear, hear! One more word out of you, Cratchit, and you will be celebrating Christmas by losing your position. Uncle, we have never had a quarrel I've been a party to, so please join us for Christmas lunch. Will you come? Bah! Merry Christmas to you, Merry Christmas, sir, and to your good lady.
Scrooge and Marley, I believe. Do I have the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Marley has been dead these 7 years.
We have no doubt that his liberality is well represented by the surviving partner.
At this time of year, it is highly desirable to make some slight provisional changes to the poor and destitute that greatly suffer at this time of year. Thousands are one of common necessaries.
Are there no prisons?
Yes, sir.
Are there no workhouses?
Yes, sir, I'm afraid so.
I was afraid they were closed and no longer served their useful operations.
Many would rather die than go there.
Then let them do so and decrease the surplus population.
So, what should I put you down for?
Nothing.
You wish to be anonymous?
I wish to be left alone. I support these organizations through taxes, which those are already more than I can afford. I say good day to you.
But sir,
I said good day. I suppose you will be wanting the whole day off tomorrow.
If it's convenient, sir.
It is not. It is not convenient to pick a man's pocket every 25th of December. But I'm sure you will find yourself ill-used. Be here all the earlier the next day.
Yes, sir. I will, sir. Merry Christmas, sir.
This day was Christmas Day, and Scrooge, not wanting any part of this holiday, conducted his business as usual, much to the disappointment of those around him. You see, others may celebrate this holiday, but stingy old misers never take a day off.
Mr. Scrooge, pleasure. The pleasure's all yours, not mine. But it's for the children, sir. Nevertheless, you owe me £4.10. If we could just have 2 more weeks. In 2 more weeks, it'll be £5, 2 shillings.
Well, we barely make that in a week. We'll starve.
Sign here. But we'll do it.
Mr. Scrooge, I beg for you more time to pay. I make a simple broth and the children are starving. You can't send away a poor hungry soul at Christmas time.
We'll sign here, or I will confiscate your store, as is my right.
Have you no Christmas spirit?
I don't believe in spirits, and I don't believe in making merry.
I'll sign it. Mr. Scrooge, if I could just have...
Did you not sign the ledger, promising to pay back the loan?
I did, but...
Have I not been reasonable?
Of course you have.
You expect more time, but give me nothing. Well, then I'll have it tomorrow.
But tomorrow is Christmas Day!
Bah humbug!
I know, sir. Sign the book or you'll have me flogged. Take my house and throw me in jail. Mr. Scrooge really needs to get out more. It can't be healthy being that miserable all the time. Mr. Scrooge, there really is no one quite like you.
He had many names. Miser, Skinflint, but most people just called him Father Christmas.
Father Christmas! Father Christmas! He's the meanest man in the whole wide world, the whole wide world would feel it. He's a miser, he's a skinflint. Sticking them on his stockings out for Christmas gifts to steal it. In church, he's a villain. All day, for a villain to play on Christmas. Father Christmas, Father Christmas. Just as mean as Santa Bang, I'm here to send you calls and Father Christmas on his Merry Christmas way.
There was nothing particular about the knock on Scrooge's door, except that it was large. Scrooge had not given a thought about his dead partner Molly until this afternoon. Yet, when he looked into the knocker, he saw in it Molly's face. To say that he was not startled, that his blood did not run cold would be untrue. Scrooge thought about it and said, "Humbug!" The house was bleak and cold as old Ebenezer's hut. Darkness was cheap, and Scrooge liked that. He sat down to have his evening meal when he heard a sound.
It's humbug still.
Deep down, old Ebenezer knew that the noise he heard was not that of a leaky pipe or a runaway carriage. Before long, Scrooge would once again be visited by his old friends and partner, Jacob Marley.
What is it you want from me?
Much! Do you know me?
In life, you're my partner, Jacob Marley. Now why are you here?
Your salvation! You don't believe in me, do you, Ebenezer? Why do you doubt your senses?
Because so many things can affect them. You can be a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, an undone potato. There is more gravy than grave about you.
God, very man that the spirit within him walk alone amongst his fellow men. so in death, and it is condemned to do so. I wear the chain that I forged in life. I made it link by link and yard by yard. Your chain was as long as this 7 years old. Today, it is a mighty chain.
Jacob, speak comfort to me.
I have no comfort to give.
But in life, you were always a good man of business.
Mankind was our business. You will be visited by 3 ghosts this evening. The first, the clock strikes 1. The second, the clock strikes 2. And the third, when the clock strikes 3.
I'd rather not. Up at all times of the night.
Look to see me no more, but remember what is past between us.
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
Your past.
Why are you here?
Your welfare.
My welfare would be better served with a good night's sleep.
Your redemption then. Take my arm and walk with me, Ebenezer. Walk with me. And remember. Do you remember the way?
Remember it. I could walk it blindfold.
Strange you've forgotten it for so many years. These are but shadows of things that pass.
Merry Christmas! Look at them, all shouting Merry Christmas. Everyone was leaving school and going home for the holidays.
Yet the school's not deserted. Why is it that you're not around?
My father didn't like me. That was all. He told me I'd always gotten away.
But it was not always like that.
Oh, Ebenezer, it's me, Van. What are you doing here? Why aren't you at home?
I've come to collect you. You don't understand. Father is so less cross than usual and in one of his best moods. I asked him if he might come home for the holidays with us this year, and he said yes.
I have to come home for Christmas?
Yes, you are to spend the whole holiday with us. It will be wonderful.
It will be wonderful.
She was your sister and you loved her.
Always a delicate creature. In the winter's breath might have withered.
She married and had a son, Fred, I believe. What's the matter?
It's nothing. Fred invited me to Christmas dinner at his house. That is all.
Well, perhaps you should go. If for no other reason than your love for his mother. Let's look at the happier Christmas.
Merry Christmas, How I love working there. And there I am. And there's my friend Bert.
And who's that young girl?
Belle, that's Fezziwig's daughter.
A toast to everyone, for there is no day like December the 25th.
Well, why don't you go over there and talk to her?
Maybe later, not now.
If not now, then when?
Let's just enjoy the party.
But it's Christmas time. What's wrong with talking to a girl?
I said I'd do it later.
If it isn't Fezziwig himself and Mrs. Fezziwig, aren't they a pair? When they were around, everyone was happy.
And what did they do but spend a few dollars of your mortal money?
You don't understand. They use power to make you happy or unhappy, to make you sad, to make your work light or burdensome. The happiness they give is as valuable as if it cost a fortune.
What is it?
It's nothing. I was just thinking of my clerk, Cratchit.
Oh, be quiet. I'm trying to listen.
Everyone, settle down. Settle down. Now, Frederick, it is Christmas. Let them have their fun. This is a time for joy, not work. After all, it is finally the time of year where everyone is allowed to have a good time.
You are right, my dear. You are always right. Now, did you hear, Miss Fezziwig? It's time to start the party.
On behalf of Mr. Fezziwig and myself, there will be Christmas bonuses for everyone. You all deserve it so.
Excuse me, dear. Did you just say Christmas bonuses?
Isn't it wonderful? Look how many people you made happy. Now be quiet and do as I say, and you'll have a Merry Christmas.
Yes, dear.
Of all the days and all the years that I'm familiar with, there's only one that touches one.
December the 25th.
As many Monday Robins sit around and take their sip, their favorite day, and they will say,
December the 25th. December the 25th, my dear. December the 25th. The dearest day of all the years. December the 25th. The times of friends seem to relate to by the charm of life.
With a heavy heart, I leave you, Ebenezer. It matters very little to you, I know, for you are not the man I once knew. You have replaced what love we had with a new idol, a golden one. Our contract was made when you were a different person. It was made when you were poor, content to be so. Compared to how you weigh matters now, I account for very little. So I release you now, with a full heart, for the love of the one I once loved.
Alas, my love, you do me wrong to cast me off discourteously, and I have loved you oh so long, delighted in your company. Green sleeves was all my joy, green sleeves was my delight. Green sleeves was my heart of gold, and who was my lady? Green sleeves, if you intend to be this way, it does the more enrapture me, and even so I still remain a lover in captivity. Green sleeves was all my joy.
Don't come!
Green
Come back!
sleeves was my delight. Green sleeves was my heart of gold, and who but my lady? Green sleeves.
It was you who let you go, Ebenezer. Remember not to repeat the mistakes you made in your past, in your future.
But I never saw her again. She fell out of my life as quickly as she came into it. What have I done?
Time can go by very quickly when we are happy. Remember this, Ebenezer. Remember what you've learned.
I've only learned, Spirit, that it would have been better served with a good night's sleep.
As the clock strikes 2, you'll be visited again. My time here is short. Use this time wisely, Ebenezer. Remember that mankind is your business. Remember, Ebenezer. Remember.
Bah humbug!
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day, to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
The night was far from over for our Ebenezer Scrooge. He knew there was more in store for him, thanks to the warning given to him by his dead partner, Jacob Marley. All this time, he lay awake, counting the noises and creaks of his apartment. This was his own room. There's no doubt about that, but it had undergone a transformation.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay.
He was not the man who went to bed nearly an hour ago, but to him, the first visit seemed to take all of days, hours, and weeks. While he lay awake, he wondered what was awaiting him at the next toll of the clock.
Bah! I knew it was nothing more than a dream.
Ebenezer Scrooge, look upon me. You have never seen the likes of me before. I'm the ghost of Christmas present. Not that you have entertained any other members of my family, but you will hear me. Come and know me better, man.
Conduct me where you will, Spirit. If you are going to teach me, Then at least let me profit from it.
You are indeed a nasty little man. Have you no friends? Have you no one to care for you?
Why, no.
Then look and see the joy around you.
Here we come a-wassailing among the leaves so green. Here we come a-wandering so fair to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and to you your wassail too. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God sends you a happy new year. Merry Christmas! Hey, I got this box. It's not what's inside that's exciting. It's the anticipation. I wonder what's inside. I asked Santa for a dolly this year.
I've been nice all year, never naughty. Well, maybe one.
I've been spending most of my free time trying to catch snowflakes on my tongue. I just love Christmas. It's just my favorite time of year. Some people don't even believe he exists. Some people don't even think he's real.
Well, I don't Scrooge and him. Scrooge is nothing but not Martha.
Well, I wouldn't even say it was nice. I hope Santa saved the seat. I don't believe in food. Only Santa. I want a red rabbit carbon action 200 trout rain bread. Come to food stop.
Why be nice when there's so much more fun being naughty? I am not a brother's keeper. I keep to myself, and so should everyone else who runs around shouting Merry Christmas. Christmas is just another excuse to spend money you don't have, and be nice to people you're not normally nice to. If you ask me, I think Ebenezer Scrooge deserves a medal for poking fun at all this tomfoolery. Christmas is just like any other day. You get up, you go to work, and you try to avoid as many people as possible, especially the ones with a smile on their face and a hop on their step. Merry Christmas, bah humbug!
She seems like a perfectly reasonable woman.
I see you have friends everywhere. It is the spirit of Christmas that brings us all together.
I don't know what all these people are so happy about. They're poor enough.
Then why are you so miserable, Ebenezer? You are rich enough. You have yet to learn that the joy in the spirit of Christmas has nothing to do with the possessions you own, but more so by how much you are loved. It is the joy that fills your heart that will make you a rich man. Watch and learn.
Now, what has gotten into your father and Tiny Tim? I have never known them to take so long. I wonder if we plan to miss Christmas altogether.
I'm sure he won't be late. Father would never miss Christmas.
Maybe he had important business to do. That could very well be. You know your father is a very important man. And where is Miss Martha? Will she be missing Christmas as well? Well, bless my heart alive, here she is now. Martha, where have you been?
Well, we have quite a bit of work to do before we were finished. And we have set up for the morning as well.
At least you are here now. It's important that we're all here together.
Did you see Santa?
Don't be silly. It's not time yet. You must be frozen, Martha.
I'm all right, really. Is Father home yet?
No, he's not home yet, so that makes me the man of the house.
You're awfully short.
You'll see, one day I'll be big and strong like Father, then you won't laugh.
You're so silly. You're much too young to be a father. Martha,
Hello, my love.
hello, Father. Welcome home.
Now, where is our Martha?
She's not coming. She had to stay late at the store.
Not coming? Not coming for Christmas? That's absurd.
I'm here, Father. I'm here. I couldn't stand to see you upset.
And how is our Tiny Tim today?
Tiny Tim once again entertained and delighted thousands with his singing. The crowds went wild and urged him to sing again and again. It was a triumph.
Good for you, Tim.
I swear to you, my dears, Tim is getting stronger by the day.
And we have been quite busy here too, Bob Cratchit.
Then a toast. I would like to toast to all of us on this Christmas day. Here is to the founder of our feast, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Humph! I will not toast that stingy old miser.
But he gave me the money.
He did not give it to you, my dear. You earned it. 15 shillings a week and nearly a rise in 10 years. I'd like to give him a piece of my mind to feast on.
The children.
You're right, my dear. It would have to be Christmas for me to toast like that. So a toast to your father, who has brought so much love into our hearts, and yes, to Mr. Scrooge. I hope he has a long life and God bless him.
God bless him, everyone.
They seem like a nice family.
It seems the wife sure has strong feelings for you.
And what will happen to Tiny Tim?
What should you care? Are there no workhouses? Are there no prisons? If there are not, then let them die and decrease the surplus population.
That is unfair, Spirit. Will the boy live?
I see a tiny little chair, empty in the corner. None of my brothers or sisters will see him in another Christmas.
There must be something we can do.
Maybe we should boil him his own Christmas pudding, or bury him with a stake of holly through his heart.
Don't mock me, Spirit.
Don't worry about only them, Ebenezer. There are plenty of others who don't like you either.
Scrooge had never been to his nephew's house, even though he'd been invited year after year. He never really understood why he never went. Perhaps it was that his nephew reminded him of his dear sister Fan, who gave her life so that his son might live. Whatever the reason, Scrooge was here tonight, and tonight he would find out what his nephew really thought of him.
Now, wasn't that a fine time?
Yes, so lucky to have such good friends at Christmas.
Now, let's not forget the family here. I'd like to invite you all to raise a glass to my dear old Uncle Ebenezer Scrooge.
Don't have to ruin the party. Every year you bring up that awful little man.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone in town knows that he is miserable, and he makes everyone around him miserable. I hear there's a man at the bank who's even afraid of him.
I've heard that rumor.
There is a rumor that he keeps all of his money in a little bag tied around his neck. Have you ever heard of anything more dreadful?
Oh, no.
He is nothing but a miser. He's a miser.
Oh, yes.
He's a skinflint.
Oh, yes.
There is no one stingier than Scrooge.
Down.
He's the meanest man in the whole wide world.
Yes.
The whole wide world,
You can just feel it.
be nice. I'm sure he has his good qualities.
His best quality is that he's not here. You couldn't catch me at a party with Scrooge.
Or me.
Or me. I've actually left rooms that he has entered.
Now, I agree that he is all of these things. I knew I never liked that boy much.
Relax, he likes you.
But I like old Ebenezer.
I told you.
Yes, I agree that he is the most tight-fisted man that has ever been placed on this earth. But I feel if I can wish him well on this day, then I truly have the spirit of Christmas in my heart.
Enough of that. I suppose you're right. We could all learn something from you, Fred. Though I could not imagine what it would be. You do know how to throw a lovely party.
Yes.
I can't wait to see what you've cooked up for next year.
And you will all once again be invited, as will my dear old uncle Ebenezer Scrooge. Bye. It was nice to see you. Bye. See you next time.
I hope you have seen, Ebenezer, that it is not wealth that brings joy this time of year, rather than love in your heart. Now, my time with you has come to an end.
But I didn't want it to end.
Scrooge, time slips by quickly. Before you know it, your present becomes your past. Don't waste a day. Don't waste an hour. Don't waste a minute. Because you never know what your future will bring.
The phantom slowly, gravely, silently approached. When it came, Scrooge bent upon one knee, as within the very air in which the spirit moved, it seemed to scatter gloom and mystery.
You are the ghost of Christmas future. You're about to show me the shadows of things that have not happened, but will happen in the time before us. I fear you more than any other spectre I've seen this evening. But as do me good. And as I hope to become another man, I'm prepared to bear your company, and to do it with a thankful heart. Will you not speak to me? Lead on, lead on. The night is waning fast, and it is precious time to me.
I really don't know what all the fuss is about. We all have to go one time or another. Think I should be well missed. I believe that it's in all of us to do what we can for our fellow man. Isn't that why we are all here after all? That is why I believe in Christmas, and that's why I celebrate it every year as if it would be my last. I actually feel bad for the man. To my knowledge, he had no friends and no one to care for him, but that was his choice. I wonder if there will be anyone to go to the funeral. Maybe I should go? It would be the right thing to do. Then again, I'm sure I must have something else to do. Poor man, threw his life away, and now there will be no one there to say goodbye to him.
Oh, you're too funny. No, I don't know much about it either way. What I do know is that he's dead. When did he die?
Last night, I believe.
Only he would choose such an inconvenient time to die.
Does he only think of himself? What was the matter with him?
Shortness of breath, I believe.
No one really knows. I thought he'd never die.
Oh, honestly, ladies, do we really care about it either way? The big question is, what has he done with his money?
I haven't heard.
He hasn't left it to me. That I know.
I wonder if he figured out a way to take it with him.
Knowing him, he would leave it to himself.
It's likely to be a cheap funeral, for upon my life, I don't know anyone who would go to it.
Maybe we should make up a party and volunteer.
I don't mind going if there's a lunch, but I must be fed.
Maybe he was poisoned.
The question isn't why, but who.
That poor man! Is there no one to attend his funeral? Come, spirit, there is no happiness here.
At last, he's dead! I know you thought he'd live you, but only he's dead. Go put him in the bag, or put him in the freezer, you never know, do you? You just never know what will happen. On behalf of everyone who has assembled here.
Yes?
Oh, hold it, I'm not really sure. Might we start again? There we are, we do need to start again. I'm so choked up about that whole affair. On behalf of everyone who has assembled here,
Yes?
I would really like to mention, well, if I may,
You may.
that our unanimous attitude is one of lasting gratitude for what our friend has done for us today.
Who, us?
And therefore, I would merely like to say,
Say what?
thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's the nicest thing that anyone's ever done for me. I may be done much, but my delight is such. I feel as if I lose more than one for me. And if I had a flag, I'd wave my flag out. You had a sort of celebratory touch, but you know that I would. But since I left my flag at home, I merely have to say thank you very, very, very much.
Thank you very, very, very much.
Oh, that was lovely. What, you want to try it again?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's the nicest thing that anyone's ever done for me. It sounds a bit bizarre, but things the way they are. I feel as if the whole new world began for me. And if I had a cannon, I would fire it.
Boom!
You had a sort of celebratory touch, 'cause you know that you would. But since I left my cannon at home, I really have to say thank you very, very, very much.
Thank you very, very, very much.
That was so bad. I think I'm going to enjoy the future.
Now where is your father? He must be late today. I made him go up very fast indeed. Yes, he could. Even with Tiny Tim on his shoulders, he can walk very fast indeed.
Mommy, are you surprised?
No, my dear, it's the color. Let's be sure not to show your father red eyes, shall we? He probably just stopped by the church to see Tim. You want to say, my dear?
I wish you could have gone. It would have done you good to see how grand a place it is. But you'll see it often. I promise you I will visit him on Sunday. On every Sunday. Show me no more, Spirit. My heart is too heavy.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was like a second father. He became as good a man, as good a master, as good a friend as the good old said he knew. Some people laughed to see the alteration in him, but he let them laugh. He had no further conversations with the spirits, and it was always said that he knew how to keep Christmas well. May that truly be said of all of us. And as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless us, everyone.
but no one is truly happily alone as long as they have love in their hearts. Merry Christmas to everyone.